Melissa Johnson had just landed her first job at a bank in Ikeja, Lagos. At 25, she was finally ready to move out of her aunt's home and live independently. Scrolling through house listings, she stumbled on a self-contained flat in a quiet compound in Ogba, affordable, neat, and peaceful. The landlord, Mr. Edwin, was in his 60s, soft-spoken and polite. He said he lived in the main house, but mostly traveled, and promised not to disturb her. Melissa moved in the next weekend. At first, everything seemed perfect. The compound was always clean, water ran well, and there was steady light. But Melissa began to notice strange things. Sometimes at night, she heard the sound of heels clicking on the tiled corridor, but no one was there. She'd wake up to her curtains slightly parted, though she swore she closed them. Once, she came home early to find her toothpaste squeezed and toothbrush damp, but she hadn't used it that day. Disturbed, she bought a small security camera and hid it inside her bookshelf. What she discovered shocked her. At around 2:45 a.m. every few days, Mr. Edwin would enter her flat using a spare key. He would walk around quietly, open her fridge, sometimes just sit and stare at her sleeping. He never stole anything, he just watched. Melissa reported him to the police immediately. The case trended on social media as #TheSilentTenant. Women all over Nigeria shared similar stories. Melissa's bravery sparked a national conversation on tenant safety and landlord abuse of power. Mr. Edwin was arrested and charged. Melissa was offered therapy and later became an advocate for safe housing, speaking at universities and women's forums. 2 years later, Melissa founded an app called SafeStay, a tenant review platform where people could anonymously report landlords and housing conditions. At a TEDx Lagos event, she closed her speech with, "Silence is how abuse survives. Speak up, not just for yourself, but for those still afraid to." Real independence includes safety and dignity. Always trust your instincts, and never be afraid to speak out against abuse, no matter how subtle.